Welcome to the Controversial Show with Barry
and Brother Stewart.
I didn't get hell's attention. I'm tired of sitting silent. I'm dropping bees on the enemy of the demon seed. Then they start to flee, cause I got the greater one inside of me, G-O-D. And the spirit of holy indignation.
You're going this way. What we do, we get caught up in thinking that we're making a covenant this way, horizontally. You know, you're looking into her eyes, and you're repeating the words of the preacher. But you're making a covenant with God this way. Not this way, this way. So you now are entering into a marriage covenant. Are you ready for that? Or have you talked to the Lord about it? Do you even understand the weight of the covenant that you're about to make with God? We know God made a covenant with Abraham. Heaven down, he made the covenant. You're going earth to heaven covenant.
Yes,
up.
sir.
You're going
You're
this
up.
way.
You're going up.
Your covenant's going up.
You're going up.
Have you talked to the Lord about the weight of that? Have you even considered the weight of that? Or are you too busy looking at her? Oh, my God, and the kids, oh, we like you, oh, whatever. This and the other. The weight of that.
Weight of it.
Are you ready for that? Have you even considered the responsibility for it? Till death do us part. Are you ready for that?
Are you ready?
Because if you're not ready for that, and you ain't talking to God about that,
You done.
so you got the money, and you got the covenant, and the responsibility.
But you have the relationship.
Are you even doing it? Wait, I will say relationship or not. Are you even considering that?
Nah, because a lot of them.
You had to consider it.
Because there's too much. One thing, it used to be taboo when a girl get pregnant. Back in the days,
Had to get married.
had to get married.
Had to get married.
Now,
Oh, no, not now.
now you don't have to be married, and you can have a bunch of kids by different men and stuff, and da da da. And,
But the government.
no,
We're
no,
not going to talk about the government today?
No,
No, all right, that's,
no.
so we're there with that. That's another show.
See, because what you're doing, you're doing a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
Yes,
it goes
sir.
over and over and over and over.
Recycling.
It does like this. It
That's
keeps
right.
on spinning out of control, and it's out of control right now.
Yes, sir.
But I know there's going to be controversy, but there's one thing I need to say, and I'm going to say it with calmness and with love. Stop it. Brothers, marry the girl, man. Stop playing with her. Stop wasting her time and her years and her energy in your nonsense and your madness. And I mean it. Stop. If you're not going to marry the girl, leave her alone.
That's right.
Let her go and let God hook her with someone that's going to love her, adore her, appreciate her, do the right thing for her. Because what you're doing now, you messing over her. And I think that you don't deserve her.
And you
Because
what?
you're messing, you playing, you say you're gonna marry her. And two, she done had your baby.
Oh,
She done had your baby now.
brother.
She done had your children. And you still didn't put the ring on it? What are you waiting for?
And then you wonder, then you're wondering why the sisters are mad? Talking
see
about
why.
she mad, she talking loud, she this, that, and the other. Brother,
Look what you're doing. You're
what
playing
you
games.
done. Look what
What-
look at, you
How you
planted, you planted your seed in her. We ain't just planting seed in ground. You have actually taken something from your body, put it into her body. You ain't married to her. You ain't made no marriage covenant with God. And then you mad?
And you mad.
And you mad? You wonder why she mad
mad.
at you? Mad. The sisters. And
But that's where it comes right back to it too. Sisters, what is your worth too? What is your worth, sisters? What is your worth, brothers? What is your worth?
you ain't
But
ready.
sisters,
You ain't ready. Don't
Don't
ready?
do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. If
You gotta
you're
be
not
honest
ready,
with
don't do it.
yourself. You gotta be honest.
You got to be honest. Don't
You
do
gotta
it.
be honest. You
But
gotta-
right now, where I'm about to go, and I really need to say this, brothers. This is the holiday time. You may not be able to get a chance to see your children, see your loved ones, for some reason or another. Find you a good church to go to, and go to the altar and start asking God, what is it that I need to do. And family members, if a loved one have left, don't take that plate off the table. Leave that plate on the table. Don't move that plate off the table. Don't. Because maybe mama is not ready for that plate to move because daddy passed. Dad's not ready for it to move on because mama's not there no more. So in this season, this Thanksgiving season, this Christmas season, and these holidays, these are crucial days when a lot of suicide goes on. And the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because the fact is, this is the Spirit of the Lord is leading me this way. That we need to seek his face while we have an opportunity yet to still to seek his face. But if mama don't want to move that chair, don't go in that house and tell her what to do in her house. Don't. Your job is to love her and let her mourn of the loss of her husband. Let him mourn the loss of his wife. Let them mourn. Let that plate be there or that chair be there. Until they are ready, let them move the chair. Let them move the plate. Let them do what is necessary to be done. Let them move on. Because if you've been with someone for over 50 years and you married, it's hard to let go. It's nothing to play with. 50, 43, 30-something, or 20-something. It's hard. And you need to let that person grieve and let them go through what they need to go through at the time, but you be there in them in prayer. If they bust out crying because of that loved one or something that's said in that house, don't look at it as something bad. Look at it as something that they're relieving that tension out of them. Because right now, they're going through a change of life. Because when they wake up the next morning, that person's not there no more. Their sugar bear, their big mama, sweet mama, big daddy, all that is not there no more. They had their little words, what they call each other each and every day. There's a little routine that they do each and every other day. There's special things that they said to each other that nobody else know for over the last 50-some years. So you need to learn to respect their wishes if they say, don't move that plate yet. I don't want that plate moved. Don't move that chair yet. I don't want that chair moved. Respect them enough to understand what they're going through. When it's time for them to move on, they will move on. But you can't tell someone that's been in marriage for 50 years and you just been married 4 years and tell, oh, it's time for you to move on. Please, you don't have no authority. You don't have nothing to say but sit down and shut up and thank God that you're still married, that your transition didn't happen to you. But you've been together for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 60 years. That transition is hard. A lot of them are going through. The widowers are going through. That's for men and women in this season. So you really need to evaluate, check yourself, control your mouth, ask God what to say, how to do things, pray with them, seek God's face for answers. Excuse me, because you're out of order if you're going to go in that house and move that chair and move that plate. Because that's just wrong. You don't do that to your relatives that you said that you love and cherish and respect. Because when someone's married, that means they took the time out to raise you, to feed you, to give you money when you needed some extra money, to make sure that their grandchildren has gifts underneath the tree when they didn't have the money. Went that extra mile when you needed a plate of food when you just lost your job, but you went over mama and daddy's house to get a plate of food to bring home to your family. Because mama cooked enough to last you for a couple of days until you get back on your feet. So really, you need to check yourselves before you wreck yourselves. Please, don't move that plate. Don't move that chair.
All right.
Don't do that. Don't do it. And brothers that you're thinking about committing suicide, you don't do that. You just don't commit suicide.
Not an option.
Not an option. It isn't. Zeke just told you it's not an option.
There are choices.
But because you're talking to two people that have been through some stuff.
Yep.
Been there, done that, and it ain't no joke. And I just need to say that because the holidays are here.
Yeah, they are.
And the rate of suicide is very high around this time of year. The rate of family members leaving is high around this time of year. And family members miss them because she misses her husband. He misses his wife. That's not right for your mother to go in the room, see you hanging from a rope. And life is too short. Mama can't go in the bathroom and see you cut your wrists sitting in the bathtub. Life is too precious. Don't think that life is there's no hope. There's hope.
There's choices. There's hope.
There's hope.
There are options.
There's so much hope and faith.
There are.
It's phenomenal of what the Holy Spirit will lead and guide you in. Yeah. If you learn to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, you'll be all right. But right now, I had to go this way. The God's leading me.
Okay.
Because it ain't no joke, man.
I know it ain't, brother. That's what.
Man,
listen, if we're controversial, if you're opinionated, you have your opinion. Mm-hmm. You have your view.
Yep.
But what's in me and what's in Brother Barry here, you got to get it out. We have to get it out. The messages are in us. We hear God speaking to us. We got to get this stuff out. I mean, Barry has given an incredible speech, ending. It's necessary. He's got to say what he's got to say. I've got to say what I've got to say. We got to get this out. It's going to be controversial. And like he said, if you see us on the street, trust me, bring it up to us.
Yes.
You said this. Go ahead and do that. We encourage you to do that because we're in a time in society, and I started off with this, that is everything is lucrative. It's upside down. It's almost to the point I'm seeing stuff that I saw in black and white films in my social studies classes. To go out here and see it going on in the streets.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it?
It is incredible to literally, and he talked about recycling, and we're literally recycling stuff we saw 60 and 70 years ago.
It's being
and
done over.
So it's necessary that it has to be said. We're in this season. We have to say what has to be said. It's this time. We call this show, we're calling it Getting Controversial. We have to do something. People have to hear. There are messages in us and in people that have to get out. We have to get those messages out because the Lord has given this to us. There is a path. There is a way for that, for the resolutions of the issues that we brought up. There is a path. There's a guaranteed path if you follow it. And there's a lot of foolishness that we have to talk about as men. Men, we are leaders. It's the DNA of who we are. It is the blueprint of what God initially planned in his mind for what we're supposed to do. I got this real quick. Can I get this in right quick?
Go right
ahead.
You got time, brother.
We see the time, but we got to get it out. I got this quick question. Woo! We just got done with a political election day. Let's call it. It was political. It was election day.
It was election day.
We just got done with that election season. All right? You voted for who you voted for. Now, if you're not registered,
that's on you. I'm serious.
on
you.
You know what?
Don't say nothing to me.
I can't. Now, if you is registered and you didn't vote, you know what? But if you voted for who you voted for. One thing I'll never do, I'll never knock a person who vote and who they vote for. Because see, who you vote for is who you voted for. God bless you. Now, you ask me a question who I voted for. I don't tell people. I will tell people, I say, hey, I didn't vote for that one. who might have won the election, but I don't tell people who I voted for because all the privacy that goes into me casting my vote, I'm keeping it to myself. That's your right. You ain't got to tell everybody who you vote for. If you voted for the current president, God bless you. That's you.
That's
cool.
you.
You see the results of your vote, though. You do see the results of the elected official that you wanted. Okay, cool. So let me ask you this quick question. Let me get in and get out of here real quick. Are you waiting on politicians at the local level, your town or city, at the state capitol, or in Washington, D.C. to give you a minimum wage pay increase?
What you waiting for?
I'm going to throw that in there because, see, what you talk about with suicide and everything, we got to deal with some stuff, man. We're throwing it in there. All right? Are you waiting on politicians at the local level in the state capitol or in the Washington, D.C. to give you a minimum wage pay increase?
What are you waiting for?
Please don't be fearful in your dream and desire for a post-high school education at the local community college.
What are you waiting for?
Learning about finances, basic money management skills, or economics is key to being able to survive daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. Find out what the minimum requirements are on your job to receive a promotion to the next level or to gain a well-deserved pay increase. Listen.
Uh-oh. I got a question.
I know you do, but listen. Seriously. Certain people were promising a minimum wage increase. Why are you waiting on that individual, and then you run and you vote for that person, and then what do? They renege, and then they don't give you what you thought they was going to give you, and you still in your job making the money you making and ain't got no pay increase. How you going to survive? You get one shot to vote once a year, first Tuesday in November, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. for a person that's going to renege on giving you a minimum wage pay increase instead of maybe going after your dream or a desire of having a degree. There's nothing wrong with you having a dream or desire to be an entrepreneur, have your own business, generate your own stream of income or multiple streams of income. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But are you a person that's waiting on the politician to get you a minimum page? Or did you fall for that? We're going to do this. Are you waiting on that? When you could be going after what you need to go after to get what you need. I went through it. I know what it's like to have a pay freeze for 8 years. Got my degree, took my degree, went and took on the promotion that was made available to me. Here comes the money that came with it. It works.
But just one thing about that.
Go ahead.
You stepped up and did it.
Yes, I did. I took responsibility.
So what is your worth, beloved?
Uh-huh.
What is your worth?
What is your worth again?
What is your worth?
Wow, we back to that again. We came all the way back to that.
Yeah, what is your worth?
What is your worth?
What are you worth? What are you worth?
So we back to that.
Are you really worth me to pay you $15 because you said that you deserved an increase? But what work did you put in? Where did you go to school? Where did you spend the time? Where you did your training at for me to pay you this $15 an hour?
And wait, you making minimum right now?
You make a minimum
because that's what the state said.
But this politician told you he's gonna give you 15, but
woo!
But he didn't tell you what you're gonna have to go through to get the 15.
And that ain't no guarantee that he gonna get.
No, you ain't gonna get that 15 because the fact is you didn't go to school. You didn't take that class when they told you got to take a management position class. You got to take that class to go to another level.
That's right.
In this company.
That's right.
You have to
right.
You have to take this class. You have to pass this test.
Correct.
You got to take this class. You got to pass this test.
Correct.
You got to take this class.
You got to pass that. Right.
You got to pass this test. Each time you go to different tiers, you go to different pay raises.
That's the minimum requirement. It's called minimum requirement.
Now, but if you didn't put no effort in, you don't get nothing in return. It's just like you said you want some hot tea, but you didn't put no water in the cup.
You didn't put no.
You didn't put a tea bag in there.
There you go.
How you gonna get hot tea without no tea bag?
You ain't gonna
and no water.
And you ain't gonna heat it up.
And you ain't got no water neither.
I'm just saying. Are you waiting on politicians? You're waiting on. Are you the kind of? And I said, brother, who?
I'm saying both.
Who? I know.
I mean both.
Are you listening to the rhetoric? I got to call it that, the rhetoric. Did you listen to the rhetoric about that big promise of more money in your pocket for your vote for them? There's no guarantee that they're going to do that. No guarantee whatsoever.
Because they didn't sign no contract.
Because
They didn't sign a contract.
not only that,
No, they didn't sign a contract
I know
to take.
they did. They didn't say nothing was right.
No. Did they hand you a contract?
And not only did they not hand you a contract, they can't just they can say it because they want your vote, but there's a process.
But did you get the memo?
There was no memo.
Did you get the memo?
There was no memo.
But-
I can't get nothing that don't exist.
But how
Vote
you
for me.
But how you gonna give me a $15 raise when you didn't send me the memo or the information properly for me to get the $15?
Bruh, all the man said was vote for me. That's it. He
But
wasn't
how you-
wasn't looking to give. They not looking to give you that money. Vote for me.
But they want me to give them the $15 that I make.
Yeah, donate to my campaign.
But why should I donate to your campaign when you didn't bring me nothing back?
Oh,
You ain't bring me no cookies and milk.
bruh.
You didn't get me a
Are
bag of
you
chips.
waiting on politicians?
You didn't brought me a bag of chips.
You waiting on
That's only
politicians?
35 cents.
Don't matter, brother.
No, and make it so bad. The bag for 50 cents, man, they ain't worth.
They ain't put nothing
worth-
in them bags.
They ain't put nothing in them bags.
But brother, you waiting on a politician to give you a minimum wage pay increase?
But how he gonna give me a pay increase?
How can he?
How can he give me a pay increase when he can't create a job himself? Because he's looking for work.
Well, he needs your vote.
That's what he's
See,
looking.
and
Controversy. Here it comes.
what does a politician make per year? And if you elect that politician, that's what that politician makes.
Off of who money?
Off of the taxpayers' money, and they're supposed to be representing you
But you hustling me for my money.
for your vote. I don't need your money. I need your vote.
But you still need my money too.
But
Because I'm paying
because taxes.
taxes.
Taxes. All right. Okay. Okay.
You still need.
So I'm saying,
But wait a minute now. You haven't all you want my vote. I gotta pay you off my $15 if I get to 15. I gotta pay you off my minimum wage.
you said if. So let's go back. I got to pay you off my minimum wage that I'm getting now.
I ain't got 15 yet. But you taking my money and run with it. Then when I need a bowl, when I need a loaf of bread, a gallon of milk, a dozen of eggs, a pack of turkey bacon, and some cereal, I don't see you.
You ain't going to see him.
I ain't gonna hear from you.
You want to know why?
But wait a minute.
Because if that individual, male or female politician, is voting for a tax increase on you, for example, say car tax, you know who you are, that's burdening me even further. I got to pay more money for the tax. So where you at, politician?
But
voting
wait a minute.
for it?
But then my minimum wages they're not gonna lose a dozen of eggs. I get a half a dozen. Then I'm gonna lose, instead of a gallon of milk, get a half a gallon of milk. Instead of a whole loaf of bread, get a half a loaf of bread.
If they sell them.
No, if I get a half a pack of bacon, and I get a half a box of cereal.
How you gonna live? Where you gonna live?
And
So-
my rent.
Oh, my rent, and the rent is always due.
No, wait a minute. The rent. There's no rent control in the state of Connecticut. You know that, right?
I know that's right.
There's no rent control.
There's no rent control.
There's no rent control in the state of Connecticut. I just want you to know this.
They can
Hello.
raise it, they can lower it.
But they don't never lower it. They're
Always raising it.
raising it. There's no rent control in the state of Connecticut.
Rent control.
No rent control.
Oh, if we get controversial.
But we're getting controversial, but we're not getting off the subject.
Nope.
Because we're still right back where we started at. What are you worth? Can you afford that apartment that you're living in?
Wow, we came back around again.
Because you have to realize where we're at.
In our society.
Our society,
Right
it's nothing,
now.
it's nothing to play with.
Not.
It's nothing to play with.
Man, it's
but we
not.
have to go.
All right.
We just want to tell you thank you for listening to us. I'm Brother Barry.
Brother Stewart, hey.
Hey, you'll have a blessed weekend. You stay out of trouble.
Oh, please stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble.
Sisters, the brother don't want to put a ring on it, lock it up. That's all to it. I'm telling you.
Brother, if you ain't ready, be honest with yourself.
And if you out there dipping,
Ooh,
please wear a condom.
stop. Just stop.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I prefer you go ahead and get you a condom and wear the condom. Stop impregnating all these girls with all these different seeds. Then my taxes going up
Oh, my God.
because I gotta take care of your child.
I tell you one thing. It costs more to imprison one inmate for 1 year than what people are making on their jobs.
But
Right now.
but the prison system is
Oh,
set up.
Oh.
It's set up for incarceration for it to make money off you. So
private-
we're not gonna go there
We
today.
can't. I know. We got to put that with that other one that we're going to deal with.
We got some more stuff to
I
deal
know
with.
that's right.
We got a whole lot more stuff to deal with.
Being controversial. That's all.
Be controversial.
All right.
Thank you all very much and have
Bless
a great
you.
evening.
All right. Oh my God. Went there, huh? Go get mom's. Shoot. All right, thank you again, man. That was twice in a row.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Finally got that out, man. I finally had to say that. Finally got it out. Thank God.
Now, if you want to do Tell the Truth Brothers, go right ahead.
Okay.
Welcome to the Controversial Show with Barry.
And Brother Stewart,
How y'all doing today? We just here to
get a
Starts-
little bit controversial.
no. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and start because see, if I start, I'm gonna go right in.
I know.
I'm gonna go right in and think nothing of it. But I just want to tell the brothers today. Tell your wife and kids that you love them. Really, I'm being very serious about that because you never know when it's time for you to take that journey. You never know when it's time for you to say goodbye. So before you leave that house, brothers, tell your wife that you love her, give her a kiss, tell your kids that you love them, because you never know. Wives, you do the same thing to your husband and your kids. Tell each other that you love each other. Show some kind of compassion, even though you may have been angry, maybe you had a fight a couple of days ago. You know, ain't nobody won. It's just an argument, and it needed to be done, and what needed to be said needed to be said. But in the midst of this storm that's coming, we're going to have to learn how to apologize, respect each other, don't take each other for granted, learn to tell each other that I'm sorry. Even though you may be wrong, just apologize to bring peace into the house. And sometimes, brothers, you need to bring some flowers, some candy home. Wives, you need to bring something home besides you getting your nails done, your hair done.
All right.
You know, because the fact is, the brother your husband likes some walnut ice cream or Jamaican rum ice cream. You know he likes it. So bring him some ice cream home.
2 people in the house.
2 people in the house, not one.
2 people.
2. There's 2 of y'all in the house.
That's right.
So you need to bring something home too.
Balance. You need balance.
Holy indignation is on me. Got the war clothes on tonight.